Soul Garden.
Namaste, and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Rayman Witecki, your astrologer and soul biographer, here to help you put the pieces of your karmic story together this week. Well, the sun is in Leo, and we are chugging along in late Chapter 2 and hopping into Master Shui Chapter 3. We're focused on our heart chakra, our love, what we love about ourselves and others. So we're falling in love with ourselves this week, and we're moving into light casting our personal dreams. That is, being what we expect to come through the law of attraction. The moon starts in sensitive Libra on Sunday, Monday, then gets a little intense in Scorpio on Tuesday, where we have to draw some emotional boundaries, then skips along in jolly Sag Friday, Saturday, and on Sunday, it will hit that T-square in Capricorn, so that's intense. The moon signs most affected are Libra, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Sag, Gemini, and the Cancer, Capricorn spectrum are particularly affected at the end of the week. Now looking at our orbits, man, and which of our chakras are most affected this week. Jupiter, of course, is doing some intensity there in the third chakra, causing a lot of stomach issues for people. The sun orbiting the heart chakra, so those with heart conditions better shape up right now. And the moon this week begins in the throat chakra, so there's a lot of communication in the beginning, and we move up through the nose and the sinuses to the third eye. So you'll have some psychic dreams by the end of the week, and those people who have migraine issues or issues with sinuses might have issues if you are ignoring your feelings, basically. That's how that all works. Looking at the planets, we still have this wondrous grand trine in water that's affecting us. This is going to continue. Now, this is going to be most affected when the moon crosses over Saturn later in the week, and that will cause an emotional trust issue to be changed, and that will, of course, affect Neptune and Jupiter Lilith there at the bottom. That square, that infamous square, is still in effect, Uranus and Pluto wreaking havoc, but Uranus is the real strong part of it, where you have to innovate your personal strength or character. And this T-square, this is getting a lot of press, and this is where the moon is going to cross over Pluto at the end of the week and light this Christmas tree up, which means you'll have to kind of change some emotional rules you have with yourself. Now, looking at a little bit of a close-up here, as the moon crosses Saturn, that's the moment later this week where you'll have to draw some new emotional boundaries with yourself, and Saturn's progressed to step 6. That's the galactic center there it's crossing. And then the moon at the end of the week crosses Pluto, hitting that T-square, so we're going to have a lot of adjustment of our lives, coming to a new settling as a result of these two moon planet crossings, and just where the sun is with our heart. More on that, of course, when we go upstairs. In fact, let's do that now, shall we? Let's take the ascension elevator up and get a bird's eye view of you.
Folks, this is your captain speaking. We realize you have a choice in the astrologers you choose to fly with, and we'd just like to thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
Hello, my Sagittarians, and welcome to 33,000 feet for a bird's eye view of you. This is also for Sagittarius risings, which will tell you more of the hour that your life is at. We got a lot of cycles and circles going on. Those are stories. If you don't know, the sun is in Leo, and that means Sagittarius are working on their favorite thing in life. That is your belief structure, your adventure, and where the next learning is. Now, this is a very powerful one because, you know, your heart is what you're here for in the first place, and your heart is not something you've always been on the side of, Sagittarius, including Sag risings. This week is a real interesting week to see if you will be on that right path or that right adventure. Other stories, interfaith clicks to the next degree. You got to keep the calm on the inside as you explore into uncharted territory in your life. So it's really a lot of inner strength and being strong for yourself and drawing boundaries to yourself and not letting yourself go down those boogeyman kind of paths. Like I said earlier, Uranus in Aries is that it's time to innovate that relationship to the inner child. And unfortunately, there's a teeter-totter going on in a T-square between Pluto in Capricorn and on the other side, Jupiter and Black Lilith in Cancer. What this comes down to is it's your inner child that will maintain a proper balance, let's say, between self-esteem and where you draw certain boundaries. And you could get caught up in the boundaries, you could get caught up in the self-esteem. But really, you have to focus on the heart. That's the teeter-totter part, says the T-square. So as we start this week, we are in chapter 2 of Sun in Leo, which means you're moving into your knowledge, your education, and making your plans. By the end of the week, you're stepping into wisdom and really searching for that life purpose, really that highest note that Sagittarius wants to live by, which is usually adventure and freedom and fun. Now the sun moves from taking action to taking a squat and intuiting on whether or not you did the right job. So you're going to make a lot of progress this week with education plans or travel plans. Mercury comes out of the clouds and into focusing on school and all this week. In fact, you might have a really bright idea or a new theory on Sunday. By the following Sunday, you're acting on it or not. Mars continues to stir those sexuality and intimacy issues and makes you very vulnerable at the boundaries. However, Jupiter this week says, hey, you're going to hold space and at least not go into the old mistrust and not go into the old self-sabotage with trust issues or sex issues, and that is a good thing. You'll be healing those boundaries starting at the end of this week. Then lastly, Saturn is now at step 6. That means you must maintain inner faith and emotional boundaries with yourself. Do not let yourself slip into the old boogeyman kind of path. You must do it for yourself. The universe will not do it for you. It will feel tough, but once you get a hang of it, it'll be good. The mantra is stay at peace. Now, taking a quick look at last week, the real turning point was Tuesday when was Lightcast Day, where it might have been a breakdown when it came to your beliefs or what you thought or your education plans or your travel plans or your passport didn't show up, whatever it was. Oh gosh, it was also time to act on personal boundaries. So it was a double whammy last Tuesday, and really the whole rest of the week was probably recovering from that. This week, you're going to take action on those beliefs as soon as Sunday. So if it's in church or in a library, it doesn't matter. Take action, act on what you believe on or believe in on Sunday. At the same time, Jupiter is saying you are loving and trusting that your boundaries will not be broken down again, that you will not sabotage your basic trust in yourself again, and you will not let someone else sabotage it. You will not get any proof that that's not going to happen, by the way, for about 10 or 15 days. So it really is loving and trusting that that's okay. And Neptune retrograde at 4 degrees says you really have to listen to your intuition to know the right calls for your feelings or the right call at home. All right, and that's all week long, but there are spiritual miracles possible by listening to your intuitions. The universe will tell you where to be and what to do at this particular degree. Now on Sunday, the moon is in Libra, but then on Monday, the moon clicks into Scorpio. So it's social Sunday, but very introverted, maybe chance of storms on Monday and Tuesday. A lot of test of faith there where you're being strong, like I had said. So Monday and Tuesday, probably a bit miserable. On Tuesday later after afternoon, we go to Master Shui, where things get very passionate. You might become very righteous and passionate about a belief or an education or a career or a path. Be careful about going too far on Tuesday because you are being tested at the same time on inner faith. On Wednesday, the clouds come kind of part, and it becomes sunny and cool by later that day. The moon moves into Sagittarius, and so charisma and ego working for you on Wednesday and Thursday. Now, Thursday is the quantum breakthrough day. This is a day where you'll probably have a major epiphany. Now, probably bad news or something weird in the society or in the world will trigger the shift that day, but it's kind of a domino effect where you'll have a shift in your feelings, you'll have a shift from the interesting news or whatever, and then you'll have probably a quantum shift in your overall life purpose. So it could be a feeling of bad news and despair in the beginning, but there is a silver lining literally in this particular cloud because Friday is the breakthrough time for this. So this is a breakthrough understanding about life purpose, etc. So really good times at Richmond High by the end of the week. Now Saturday, Venus moves into Libra, and that's important to know because it does shift our creativity, our ability to give and receive, our ability to the divine feminine, if you want to go that route too. What this does for you is shift this energy from career to society. So a lot of good times with friends. You maybe can restore your energy by hanging out with friends in social gatherings, and that starts as soon as Saturday. Venus is also in Libra, its home sign, so love on the planet gets really nice and sweet. So this is the favorite time of the year when the sun is in the late degrees of Leo, and Venus in Libra is like really saucy. So taking a quick peek at next week, whoops, didn't mean to turn myself off there. It looks like the pivot point next week, will be the full moon on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we get that full moon. It's a real tug of war, test of all your belief versus your mind games and whatnot, and that's really going to be based on all that inner child innovation. So Tuesday, Wednesday is the hard time. If you want to go ahead and call off sick now, That's what I would do because I know how you guys are. Now, grounding back on Earth, I want to invite you to my guided hangouts. It's called Practical Wizardry. I tape on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, and I'm teaching everyone how to stand in their heart and how to light cast their most powerful intention. So come on down, check it out. And if you can't make it, well, I do tape it and I release it later. So check it out. It's worth watching, trust me. Also, my popular Jumpstart the Heart is back. I'll be doing a couple of these seminars in the next couple of months on Sundays. Come on down to Soulmart for details. But in 90 minutes, I can turn your heart around about where you are and how you feel about your life. And it's recorded, and it's just $34.95. So quick booster shot in the arm to feel good and smile all the time. And for those who've asked, Lightcast Boot Camp is coming back this fall, right after Labor Day. That's 6 consecutive Sundays, and I totally train people A to Z on manifestation. I always say show up with something you intend to manifest, and 80 to 85% of the class will manifest it by the end of class. So I'll have those details up at soulmart.me as well. And you got 2 weeks left to take a serious joy reading with me. This is for $99.99, my lowest rate ever. You get an MP3 recorded, and it gets sent to you after the reading. And this is a time where you can book immediately. I have a new booking system that literally sees what's available, so people are booking as soon as the next day. All these are available at soulmart.me. Well, I thank you so much for coming down, Sagittarians, and I will see you in 7 days. Stay in your heart, hold your boundaries. Until next week, live, love, be.